Alright guys, I need you to bear with me because it has been a day. It's been a day, and I'm going to tell you about the day. Don't you worry, we're going to get into exactly what was so dayish about it, but my goodness, things have happened today. Just so you've got a bit of context, was anyone here back when I told you about the time that I went to an anime-style tribute market in the middle of the English countryside and saw a Hatsune Miku tribute act with a load of middle-aged English men and women in the audience who had no idea what was going on? Well, I went to another one today, and I've taken pictures to prove that I've seen what I'm about to tell you I've seen. Because I've seen things, guys. I've seen things. I've seen some stuff. I've experienced some shows. And my God, there were some shows. Because I was at Derby Japan Fest today. And you can Google that to check it's a real thing. Derby, D-E-R-B-Y, Japan Fest. Because there were things that happened at Derby Japan Fest that you would not quite believe had happened unless I was here to show you. I'm going to pronounce some of these names wrong as well, because they are Japanese names, and I will inevitably get them wrong. You didn't even know Derby had a Japanese event going. My God. Today, ladies and gents, I have seen the full gambit of performance levels. I have seen performances that were so good, I would pay to go and see them again, which is quite rare. I have seen performances that were so bad, I would pay to go and see them again. Because while they were bad, I was entertained. Who has watched the video called It's Been a Day? It's Been a Day is a video on the JoshStrifeHayes channel where I talk about a day that I went to an Eastern-themed celebration in the middle of the English countryside. So basically what happened was this. I went to a very quaint middle-class English village. If you've seen the film Hot Fuzz, imagine that kind of village. But they were advertising a special Eastern Day. Now, this made all of the weeb kids super excited, and all of their very British, very sensible, very middle-class parents who didn't know what any of this was, very nervous. So we're in the middle of this field. It's like a massive park next to the village. There's a big fence all the way around the edge of it. And there's an artist alley with people drawing some incredible stuff. I bought some cool pictures. There are some takoyaki stands. There's some Japanese food. And down at the end, there are a couple of hay bales on the floor facing a makeshift stage with a kind of gazebo behind it. If you are a working to middle class English kid, you will know the kind of event that I'm talking about. The summer fete kind of vibes. That's what was going on. And then they had a couple of performances come out onto this kind of makeshift stage. But the absolute highlight was this Hatsune Miku tribute act. Because she came out an absolute bundle of energy. She was supported by DJ Manimal. Her name was Seracina Tribute, and she was supported by DJ Manimal, and she came out, and she had the glow sticks, and she ran out, and she shouted, "Konnichiwa, England!" And, like, some kids just went crazy for it, and then all of the adults were just staring stone ahead. Didn't we hear this once already? Yes, you did. I am recapping what happened because today, just now, I've come from the sequel. I've come from the next day. It was amazing. So I was told there was an event going on called Japan Fest Derby. And Derby's about an hour's drive from where I am, but I thought, you know what? I'll go down. I'll see what's going on, because I saw, the dog show was not there. Oh my God, the dog show was not, but there was an improvement. There was a middle-aged man rapping. I'll get to the rap. Don't you worry, I will get to the rap. So first of all, I need to kind of set the scene of what's going on, what's happening here, because when you walk into an English village, you never quite know what you're going to get. So I thought, I wonder what's happening. I wonder what the kind of vibes are within the city, just around the place, before we even get to where the event's being held. Can you guess what was going on in the the English city. If you guessed, there was a dinosaur show with people wearing a massive plastic dinosaur costume and people dressed up as handlers corralling them around this fenced-off area, allowing kids to approach the dinosaur and teaching them how to handle dinosaurs, then yeah, spot on. You'd be right. That's exactly what happened. It was amazing. I was just walking down, I can look to my side, I'm like, why is there a dinosaur here? The thing with English villages and English towns and cities is you genuinely never know what's going to happen. You can walk through, and England is a melting pot of culture. Unfortunately, some of that culture has melted so much, it's now just a big pile of melted goo, which doesn't have the connection to where it came from at all. But you can still look at it and think, I can see where that came from at some point. So we don't have a dog show where there are actors dressing up as dogs. This time we have a dinosaur show with actors dressing up as dinosaurs. Scalies instead of furries. We've traded one for the other. But there was a moment when I was at this event, this Derby kind of Japan Fest. I walked in, it was held in this location near the university, and there were a couple of rooms, a couple of businesses, and it costs £20 to go. 20 quid on the door. That's not a super cheap entrance fee. You know, 20 quid, it's quite a hefty fee, 20 quid. It's not the kind of money that you'd immediately throw away without thinking about. 20 quid, it's quite a bit of cash. But I pay it. I pay it because I know no matter what happens, this day has the chance to become either fantastic or terrible, hopefully both. So I pay 20 quid and I go into Derby Japan Fest. There are maybe 15 stalls selling 20 quid would be about $30, $28 to $30 kind of thing. There are about 15 stalls selling artwork, handmade trinkets, knickknacks, arts and crafts, that kind of stuff. The kind of stuff that you would see if you go to any convention ever, like an artist alley. It takes me the entirety of 10 minutes to walk around every single stall in this area. And remember that there's events going on for the next 6 hours, but I walk around for 10 minutes, I've seen everything. So I kind of step back and I'm like, right, I don't want to pay 20 quid just to go to a big shopping alley. Who's performing? What's going on? I'll tell you who's performing. First of all, remember that I saw the Hatsune Miku act and some of you did not believe me that it was real? Well, met her again. As soon as she walked out, I'm like, it's you! It's you! You were in the middle of the English field! And she walked up and went, oh yeah, the one with all the hay bales. It was really warm there. I'm like, yes! You genuinely fantastic. You brought the energy. It was absolutely brilliant. I'm like, can I please get a picture? Her name is Saracina Tribute. She's on Instagram. She's a lovely person. And we just sat and we just chatted. I'm like, yes, this is fantastic. It's now going to be good. I know that the Miku Tribute act is here again. Something's going to go well. Something is going to work out here. The Hatsune Miku was at the Derby Japan Fest. I got a picture. I proved that they're real. And then I thought, right, I'm going to go and sit and watch what's going on because it's either going to be an absolute train wreck, which one of them was, or it's going to be just phenomenally good and the audience are not going to appreciate any of this. And I'll tell you what, there were some moments where I realized that the audience is just not going to appreciate the brilliance of what they were seeing. So first of all, I was told there was a retro gaming area upstairs at this event. And I thought, I've played a video game or two. I know what retro gaming is. I want to go and check. I want to walk into the retro gaming area. Do you guys want to know what the retro gaming area was? Imagine it in your mind. You've paid £20 to go to an event. You walk in and we're told there is a retro gaming area. Area to me implies a sizable amount of retro games. Right. There were 2 PS2s hooked up to 2 very small tellies. One of them had 1 controller, and it was playing a copy of Shrek 2. And we had to take it in turns to play Shrek 2. The other PS2 was playing Tekken Tag Tournament with 2 controllers, but one of them didn't work very well. So no one was playing it. But the queue to play Shrek 2 was, 1 people deep. It was me. I waited to play Shrek 2. And then I said to the guy that was running the stall, to be fair, he was doing a good job of sitting there making sure nobody nicked. Is England really that bad? Yeah, this is culture for us. This is straight up culture. And he even looked up and he went, "Are you Josh?" And I went, "Yes, I am. Lovely to meet you." And he went, "Oh yeah, my friend said you'd be here." Because I tweeted out that I was going to this before I went to it. And that was the limit of excitement. Like 3 or 4 more people recognized me while I was walking around, just walked up and went, "Oh, you're the guy that does the thing." I'm like, that's me. That's what I'm known for. This is English culture. So, met Hatsune Miku outside. She was absolutely lovely. DJ Manimal was around the place, but he always wears a mask. I didn't want to get a photo with him without his mask on. That would have been disrespectful. I went to the retro gaming area, and there was a copy of Shrek 2 being played on one PS2 and Tekken Tag Tournament on the other. That's what happened. And then we were told that the show was starting. So first of all, there was a demonstration by the local Aikido group, which I didn't take any pictures of because I thought it would be disrespectful. The local Aikido group we walked into this kind of theatre. You're talking like a 300-seater theatre. It's not massive, but it's sizable. And the stage was pretty small. And the curtains were drawn across the back of the stage, so even though there was more depth to it, we couldn't go further back. We couldn't go any deeper. And the local Aikido group had a couple of mats laying down on the stage. And they were just showing us how to roll. But because the stage wasn't very deep, they could only roll 1 person at a time. So imagine, if you will, a line of about 4 or 5 middle-aged men standing in martial arts guise, queuing to do a forward roll across a matted stage and then walk to the other side. And I sat there and I watched. I'm thinking, this is culture. This is worth... I paid 20 quid to come in. And I've seen every single shop in the first 10 minutes. I've seen a copy of Shrek 2 being queued for, and now I'm watching a line of dads forward roll across a stage. This is worth every penny. This is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted to. I was literally watching a load of guys learn dodge rolls in real time. They were ready for Dark Souls. I was going to throw them into Lordran. This was fantastic. And then I thought, okay, I'm pretty sure that everything is just going to be really bad from now on. And then the next few acts walked on. And the quality of this place was all over. Absolutely all over. So what then happened was... this lovely lady walks on stage. I want to make sure I'm pronouncing her name correctly. Her name is Black Tsubaki. She is a Japanese rock singer, and she does kind of anime intro covers and then her own unique work. And you know what? Absolutely phenomenal. Walks on stage, she kind of prances around a little bit nervous, grabs the microphone. She's like, "Have you guys heard of Death Note?" And no one in the audience makes any noise apart from like 3 people, including me, who go, "Yeah, anime, woo!" Really into it, because everyone... There's a thing in England where you don't get excited about anything at all. You're not allowed to. So when someone walks on stage going, "Hey guys, you're having a good time," your response is... that's it. Have you ever been at an event and one of the performers on stage has gone, "Make some noise," and everyone kind of goes, "Whoa," and then the performer on stage will go, "I didn't hear you, I said make some noise," and then everyone does it again but quieter. So that time they're like, "Whoa." That's the energy that all English shows have. You could have a heavy metal gig, everyone would be sat down watching, nodding politely and clapping. That's what it would be. You'd get like 1 or 2 people just absolutely headbanging at the front. But no, normally it would just be... I want to make sure I'm getting her name correct with this. Let me just double check with this. Because... there we go. I'll stick her Instagram. Because she was phenomenal. Alright, mods, I have put the Instagram of Black Tsubaki in the Twitch chat. If any mod in chat, I just assume Inju's probably here. If anyone in chat can just kind of do something with that specific Instagram link, that'd be great. She was brilliant. She was really good. She was super polite, super approachable, amazing voice, really good bass baritone, sang some incredible stuff. And when she went, you know, have you guys heard of Death Note? And everyone, like 3 people went like, yeah! She then nailed the opening of the anime. It was really good. Just, I was sat there thinking, am I listening to a backing track? Have you just played the opening of the anime? And I'm like, oh, no. She's singing. She's singing. She's got this. Really good. Absolutely nailed it. But that was cool. That was cool. I enjoyed that. And I kind of sat back. I mean, she's from Japan, so she performs all over the world. Which opening did she sing? Don't know. One of them. But it was good. Really enjoyed it. Phenomenal performer. And then halfway through, she is joined by a guy on stage called Jiro. Jiro is an absolute powerhouse. Jiro plays that Japanese instrument that I've forgotten the name of. What is the name of that kind of Japanese? It's like a box banjo kind of thing. Begins with S. I'm going to be absolutely... that's it. Shamisen. The shamisen, that was it. The shamisen. He plays both the shamisen and electric guitar, and he switches between them on the fly. Absolutely amazing. Just completely phenomenal. Like, he walks up and he's like, hi guys, so I've been playing some gigs in Japan, I've been playing some gigs around Europe. Anyway, this is my homemade shamisen, here's some music. And then he just shreds. I've never seen a man shred a banjo. But my God, he did it. He absolutely kicked ass. I walked up to him like, Jiro, that was amazing. Halfway through, he got a bit too warm and he kind of threw his kimono top off and then just carried on playing. And I'm like, that's sexy. Keep that in. I know you didn't mean to do that. I know that was like an on-the-fly choice, but keep that. That's a move you've got right there. Nailed it. Phenomenal. Jiro was really, really, really cool. Really enjoyed chatting to him. Really enjoyed watching it. This was just phenomenally fun. Then, after Jiro... Oh, no, it keeps going. We get told we're going to have 2 people come onto the stage. And one of them plays the cello, the guy on the left on that picture, and one of them plays the shamisen, again, so another shamisen player. And they walked on stage, and the guy on the left, I forget the guy's name, but I've got his business card, speaks exceptional Japanese, because he is Japanese, speaks acceptable English. And he walked up and he went, hey, I'm just going to try and let you know what we've done before, because what I'm about to say kind of might not mean anything to you, but I need you to know kind of where we come from. The guy in the fox mask speaks no English whatsoever. And he said, has anyone heard of a small game called Genshin Impact? And like 3 people kind of tentatively put their hand up, and I'm sat there thinking, yeah, I've heard of it. I know it's quite successful. And they're like, oh yeah, this guy recorded all of the shamisen music for Genshin Impact. I'm sorry, bro, what the fuck? You can't... What? You can't just walk on stage and say, oh yeah, no one knows me, but I've played the background music in one of the most successful video games of all time. I'm like, all right, okay, cool. Guy's got some good stuff. And the guy with the red hair, he plays cello for Square Enix. He's like, oh yeah, you might have heard my work if you've played a game called Final Fantasy VII. You can't go from plastic dinosaurs out in the street to Aikido men's club forward rolling across a stage to 2 guys who have recorded for Genshin Impact and Final Fantasy. You're not allowed to do that. This is throwing me off my groove. I'm not ready for this. So they sat down and they played the most amazing cello shamisen mashup I've heard. You may have heard their stuff because they recently did a remix, it's on YouTube, of, is it Megalomania from Undertale, that got like 500,000 views on YouTube. So if you have seen the remixed rock cello version of Megalomania, I'm going to see if I can find it, mods. Yeah, you've seen it. If you've seen it, that's these guys. And they just start talking about it. They're like, yeah, we've just put a YouTube video out about remixing Megalomania from Undertale. It got 500,000 views. And I'm sat there thinking, what? This is insane. How are you going to top this? Oh my God. Well, they topped it. They topped it. They didn't. Another guy did. I'm going to see if I can... I've got to send this to myself. And then I've got to play it for you. Because it's a video. But I'm not going to play you the video of the guy. I'm going to play you the audio. Partly because I feel that sending it as a video would be a bit mean to the guy. Because, my God, he tried, bless him. He really tried. Need to see if I can somehow get this off my phone. I'm actually going to use an actual wire onto my computer at some point, because this... I will find a wire. I will get this to you later to prove this happened. I will get this to you. But after that, we get a couple of guys who have some stalls around the area. And someone comes up and starts talking to us about bonsai trees. Okay? It's a regular, unassuming guy. Just a normal dude. Kind of late 30s, early 40s man. Walks on stage. He's a little bit timid. He's a little bit shy. Standing in the corner. He takes the microphone. He's like, hi, yeah, I'm... His name was something like Bonsai Bob or something. I can't remember the exact name, but the name Bonsai was in it. It's like, yeah, I'm Bonsai Bob. I've got a bonsai tree stall, and you know, bonsai trees they're just small trees, which means tree in a pot. He starts telling us the history of bonsai trees, and then he starts telling us how he grows them, how he makes them, how he sells them, how he's very careful with them, and then he says some magic words. Magic words that I will never forget. I really want to see if I can get this video off my phone to you guys, because it was magical. He says, and I've got a couple of friends who are rappers and they've done so well, so I thought I'd give it a go, and I've written a rap about bonsai trees. I couldn't wait. I was sat there thinking, oh my God, yes, here it comes. Here's the iceberg. The Titanic ain't swerving. We're going straight ahead. Full steam, lads. Please, please, for the love of God, rap. He only does. He only goes and raps. Now, I'm going to be fair to the guy. It's difficult to get on stage and rap. It's scary. I want to see if I can find a way to get this video to you. Because it needs to. You need to hear this video. It's such a big file size that I'm trying to find a way to transfer it effectively off my phone. I took so many videos of so much stuff. I want to find a way to get this off my phone onto my PC, and then I will just play you the audio of it. You have to understand, this is like the whitest, middle-classest English guy ever, like a gentleman, like a full-on just an old guy that works in a shop somewhere, rapping. He even, I'm not even going to lie, he even started the rap with, it starts like this, boopa-doopa, boopa-doopa, and then goes into it. Like, there was an intro. There was an intro musical hook that he rapped. Ooh, lads. Okay, hang on. I might have found a way to be able to get this to you. I think I found a way. You see what I can do. Oh, there's a chorus and everything. There's a straight up chorus. There's an intro and there's a chorus. Now, the chorus, I've got to admit, it's a bit of an earworm. I've kind of been humming it. But this gentleman, he nailed it. It's not the best. It's not a good audio recording. Because, you know, I was recording on a phone and this guy was quite far away on a stage. And I'm not going to play the video because I don't want to dox the guy. I don't want any hate toward this man. No hate at all. If anything, only love and respect. Because as train wrecky and terrible as this was, the guy wrote it, he got on stage, he performed it. And you know what? It made my 20 quid worth it. It was cool to see Hatsune Miku again. It was cool to meet the other guys. It was cool to meet the guy that's done the music for Genshin Impact. It was cool to meet the guy that's done the cello for Final Fantasy. You know, these guys were cool. But the bonsai guy, he's living in here. He's living in here forever. He ain't going anywhere. His bonsai, I'm not going to play the whole rap because I think that you need to see it live. There's a level of showmanship that goes into it. This was, and again, I'm pretty sure the guy's never going to watch this, but if he does, I want him to understand. I want you to understand that I've got endless respect for the fact that you made something. Now, I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that what you made was good. But I am going to be honest and tell you that what you made was entertaining. Because I have been humming it the entire trip home. I am still humming it. Let's just get this up and let's see. Did he say bonsai? No, he probably said bonsai. He probably said it correctly. He planted the seed of a little earworm which wriggles around in my head right now. And this guy, he deserves all the love. Genuinely, all the love. He made my day. Everyone else, they were cool. This guy nailed it. You know, remember that guy that went on like America's Got Talent with the tequila song where he just waited for ages and then said tequila? This guy has that energy. That's what he has. Like, it's awkward, it's nervous, you don't know what to do. Everyone applauded when the rap was over, I think because it was over. But I applauded because he put something out into the world which no one else in the world could have created. Ever. So, let me see if I can get this, guys. This is not these two, by the way. This is the guy rapping. I'm just going to play you the audio.
Right, my bonsai rap, my world family famous bonsai rap. Goes like this. Boopy dub, boopy dub, boopy dub, boopy dub, boopy doopy 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 doop bop bop. Come on, everybody, won't you listen to me? I want to tell you about my beautiful bonsai trees. Bonsai is a word meaning tree in a pot, so come right over and see what I've got. I say, see what I've got, see what I've got. Come right over and see what I've got. See, 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 see what I've got. See the bonsai trees that I've got.
There were more verses. I stopped filming because my phone could not contain the amazing awesomeness of the performance. But you know what? I've been humming. See what I've got. See what I've got. Come right over and see what I've got. The entire trip home. It's amazing. That is catchy. That is legit. And you know what I did? As soon as I left the auditorium, I thought, what should I do? Maybe I should go over and see what he's got. It's in my head. It's in my head straight away. No, it's not so much a rap. It's more like spoken poetry. It's more like a slam poem. But it worked. And I thought, you know what? I will listen to you. You said listen to me. You're going to tell me about your bonsai tree. Bonsai is a word that means tree in a pot. So come right over and see what I've got. See what I've got. Come right over and see what I've got. I'm like, you know what? The cadence works. Forget the Final Fantasy guy. Forget the Genshin Impact guy. At this point, forget Hatsune Miku. I want Bonsai Bob back. I want the bonsai guy back because that has been in my head. God damn, he was good. That is a YouTube short of a rap right there. If he does watch this, I'm going to sit down with him and be like, look, internet fame is only a click away, my friend. If the guy can say tequila and you can rap about bonsai trees, I'm pretty sure we can get you famous somewhere as well. That will work. That's culture. That is what English culture is. So English culture is, I will just show you one more time. It is going from when you arrive in a town, there will be a dinosaur event going on outside with actors dressed up as dinosaur handlers and a couple of actors inside a big animatronic dinosaur. That'll be going on. That's just Saturday. That kind of happens. Then you'll meet someone dressed as Hatsune Miku that you met at the last event as well to prove that this is actually real. After you've met the lovely Hatsune Miku, we'll go inside and meet Jiro. That is Jiro collabing with Black Tsubaki, and they were brilliant together. That was like a legit, really enjoyable little performance of theirs. This is like a typical British Saturday. What else have we got? Then, remember, we can't possibly forget the retro gaming area at the event that had 2 PlayStation 2s with a copy of Shrek 2 playing on one of them with 1 controller, and people were waiting for the chance to play Shrek 2. Then we watched a couple of guys Aikido forward roll across a stage. Then we saw Jiro play. Then we saw the music from Genshin Impact and Final Fantasy. And then we had the bonsai rap. Beautiful. Beautiful day. You know what? 20 quid worth every penny. I'd have paid more. If I'd have known that was the day that I was going to get, I'd have happily paid more money. That was brilliant. If you can ever get past your cheapness, this is the event you'd go to internationally. Look, when you go to a British event like this, when you go to like a quaint English, kind of, not quite amateur, but definitely not professional event, you are either going to get some of the best performances you've ever seen where the audience do not deserve the quality that they are getting, which is what happened with Jiro, which is what happened with the cello, which is what happened with the Shimisen. That they deserved way better than the audience gave them. They were giving us everything. It was beautiful. They should have been put into some kind of big stadium somewhere. They'd have sold out. They were genuinely really good. The audience had no idea what to do. Or you get performances that are so surreal, so out there, that unless you filmed them or were there to experience them, you wouldn't believe they happened. But I'll tell you what you will get. You'll get a day. You'll get an experience. You'll get a moment. And that's what the bonsai rap gave me. It turned a good day into a literally unforgettable day. That's what happened. And I did get a chance to play a bit of Shrek 2. So that was also good. So now, if you guys ever hear me say, let's see what he's got, that is a reference to the bonsai rap. I want people saying, see what I've got. Far more. Because that's a catchy little hook right there. I like that. Josh has the bonsai rap Hatsune Miku. It was beautiful. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's see what I've got. We've now got an inside joke. Right, let's see what we've got today. I thought I'd just sit and play Roller Coaster Tycoon for a bit, because it's far too warm to bother doing anything serious, and I can't be bothered to do anything else. I don't want to game too much. I can't read the books because I need the air conditioning on, because it is so bloody warm. I'm going to sweat through this shirt by the end of the day. I think you need to sing the tune to We Just Got a Letter from Blue's Clues. Let's see what we've got. Do you want to play the bonsai rap one more time? I think we should play the bonsai rap one more time.
Bonsai rap. If you want to join in with the chorus, that would be great. Excuse me, frog in the throat. Right, my bonsai rap, my world family famous bonsai rap. Goes like this. Boopy dub, boopy dub, boopy dub, boopy dub, boopy doopy 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 doop bop bop. Come on, everybody, won't you listen to me? I want to tell you about my beautiful bonsai trees. Bonsai is a word meaning tree in a pot, so come right over and see what I've got. I say, see what I've got, see what I've got. Come right over and see what I've got. See what I've got. See the bonsai trees that I've got.
I think we should. We should go over and see what he's got. We should see the bonsai trees he's got in a pot. Beautiful. It was perfect. It was absolutely amazing. There's a level of performance that can only be described as genius. There's a level of performance that cannot be taught. And I genuinely think that was some of it. Like, the first time I heard that, I thought, this is terrible. This is really bad. And then I went over to see what he's got. And I thought, oh, he's got me. And then I left the event going, see what I've got, see what I've got, come right over and see what I've got. It works. I might need to make a bonsai garden in Roller Coaster Tycoon now. It's see what I've got. Perfect. There are only moments when musical genius strikes. Beethoven, Mozart, Freddie Mercury, Michael Jackson, Bonsai Bob. There are moments in history where you just know you are listening to something that is going to change the course of human history. It's going to change the fabric of society. And we did need to see what he's got.